Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to week number 19 of the weekly training diary. We're starting to get towards the pointy end of things. This is the exciting time for all athletes, putting the final preparations together for competitions and just seeing all that training develop and come together. We've got 2 weeks until I leave Australia and I fly over to Florida for our Australian camp, I guess. And the big thing over the next 2 weeks is starting to bring all the events together, starting to put a bow tie on all the events, making sure I'm getting quality sessions, and I'm nailing recovery. Recovery is one of the most important things over the next 2 weeks. So far since Nationals, I've sort of kept it cool. Like, I haven't stressed, I haven't gotten nervous or excited or anything like that, but things are starting to become real and I can feel everything starting to build. So the next 2 weeks should be interesting, but I'm excited to bring you guys along for the journey. This afternoon we are going to start off with some shot put, hopefully get a bunch over 12 meters. It's hard, my legs are dead from yesterday. It's not sort of coming together. The upper body feels good, legs just aren't working. All I'm doing for high jump today is stepping out a run up, then doing a few run throughs to make sure it's on the spot, and then measuring it out with foot steps, just so I can perfectly replicate it wherever I go. I'm now going to check my long jump run up. I've got my mark from Nationals, my run up distance, so I'm going to put that out. I'm going to do a few run throughs, make sure it's all good and change it if I need to. We've got the long jump run up sorted, 38.55. It's actually like 2 meters further than what my last run up said from my phone. So it was good that we went through and checked it. We're going to recheck it next week just to make sure it's spot on. But yeah, I'm going to go for a uni loop run now. 3.2 kilometers around the university is done. It wasn't super fast. It started off okay, and then my legs sort of gave way, so it just turned into more of a let's cruise around and shake the legs out. Welcome to a change of scenery. Today we are hurdling and sprinting here at Nudgee. The track at UQ, which I usually train at, was booked out from 8 AM to 7 PM. The track at Cusack was booked out all day as well. So we've got permission from the school to come here and train. Otherwise I would have had to go an hour south, which is really annoying. But anyway, we're here, it's a beautiful morning, it's actually quite warm. The only problem is I'm really sore from the last 2 days of training. I haven't fully recovered yet. We're gonna get into sprints and hurdles today. I'm doing 10 hurdles today, so a full race, out of blocks, timed, all that sort of stuff. The only thing is, these hurdles are really, really hard. So if I hit them, they're going to hurt. So I'm just gonna try not to hit them. We are going to do 2 runs over the hurdles. The first one is going to be over 1 hurdle. The second one is going to be over all 10 hurdles.
35. These runs are super good and this track feels really nice. I can't believe I've never thought of training here before. It's beautiful out here. I'm really enjoying training today.
We finished a very successful session here at Nudgee. The hurdles was good, the sprints felt really fast, the block starts felt really good, but by that stage of the session, my legs just had nothing left in them. They're really dead right now. So my plan for the rest of the day is to head off to the QAS, do stuff in the recovery center over there, and then I think I'm going out to the track this afternoon to do some throws. The comp that we managed to avoid this morning is still going on at UQ. I came out to do some discus and I was gonna go over the back, but there's rugby that's booked the field over there. So what I'm gonna do, there's a discus comp currently going on behind me. I'm gonna work in with them and just sort of every like 3 throwers I'm gonna jump in and they get to see an Olympian train and I get to train. So it's a win-win situation. That's enough throwing for today. My legs do not work. They're just not working. But it was good to throw with no legs because that's most likely how I'm gonna feel during the decath. So it's good practice. It just feels weird, it feels bad. But anyway, that is it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. This afternoon is an organization afternoon, I guess. I'm gonna start with the poles. I'm gonna go through and decide which ones I want to take to the Olympics, which ones I don't want to take, and maybe even just put them all into a bag so that it's ready to go for next week. Then I'm going to measure my pole vault run up, put it in my phone so I know the run up, because there's just a mark that sits here permanently, but I don't have it in my phone. So I'm gonna measure that. Then I'm going to put my long jump mark out from the other day, test that to see how spot on and consistent it is, and then I might do some actual jumps for pole vault. We'll see how we go though, one step at a time. Let's start with the organization. I know for sure I will be taking some of those poles on the right. These poles on the ground and on this thing here, I won't be taking. I've ruled them out. We now have 2 groups of poles, 16-foot poles and 15 7-foot poles, ordered from softest to stiffest with both of these. So on the 15 7-foot poles, I jump on this one, and then the 16-foot pole, I start with this one and work my way up. So what I'm gonna do is just mark these with pink tape, make sure there is grip here to hold. This one's pretty much ready to go. I'll put a bit of tape on here, and I'll probably take this one as well just in case it snaps. Now that the poles are sorted out, I'm going to recheck my long jump run up from Tuesday, make sure it's all good, get the rhythm going again, and then we might get onto some pole vault. Alright, the run-up is sorted. I think we've got the final mark. I think it's going to be really good. About to write it down in my phone so I don't forget it. And then we're going to get onto some pole vault. Today for pole vault, we are replicating a comp. So I've just finished warming up. We're going to start on the 15 7-foot pole, start at 4.60 meters, pop over that one, and then we're just going to keep going up in heights until we hit the bar 3 times. We're counting that as a clearance. We're going up to 480. We're on to the 16-foot poles now, up to 490. This is where I get to every session. I have some really good jumps on the 15 7-foot poles, and when I progress up to the 16-foot poles, I stop mid-jump. That was a really good takeoff. I don't know why I didn't go on with it. Well, I failed out of the competition. A bit annoying. There's a mental block or something that's not allowing me to just keep going with the jump. It feels like I lose momentum, and if I went with the jump, I would go almost straight up and then straight back down into the box. I'm not like holding momentum through the jump. I'm gonna keep training. I'm gonna have a few more jumps. I've grabbed a slightly softer 16-foot pole, and I'm gonna see if that helps. Unfortunately, I was not quite able to get over the mental block. We will though, we will in Rio. And that pole that I was jumping on at the end, that's gonna be the pole that I go from the 15.7 to the 16 foots. Then I'll go on one bigger than that, and we're gonna jump 5 meters. But not happening tonight. I've also just measured my run up, so that's all done, which means I'm done for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. It is Friday afternoon, and I don't usually train on a Friday. But we're doing what we did leading into the Nationals, which was for the last few weeks leading into competition, we're going to do a 400-meter time trial. I'm really not keen. This morning I got needles in my legs, then I got a massage, so they're not really working. I'm not sure how this is going to go. It could go anyway. Schaefer is pacing me for the first 300. Ash is running the whole thing with me. I'm going to give him a tiny bit of a head start. And then Tristan, who is all the way over there, is running the second 200 with me. It's a PB, around 48-47 at Nationals. That was epic. I thought I was going out too hard, but sort of managed to hold on and push home. 48.04, so that's a PB. That's very surprising actually, but I guess I'm in good shape. Welcome to Saturday morning. A bit sore still from yesterday. My glutes are a bit dead. But this morning we have 3 600s. I need to try and get them in 90 seconds, which is pretty fast. So I think I'll hold on to it for the first one, and then we'll see how it goes. session done. It's a bloody killer. Oh, Snapchat. Yeah, it hurts. It's not a fun session. Anyway, that's it for today. That's it for the week. I leave overseas in 1 week from today, so it's coming up quick. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the week. I'll see you next week. Ciao.
Oh,